Yo! Oh my goodness, we back again. Everybody good? Good?
Yes,
Good?
Hot as hell under this shit, but we're good.
So how does that sounds like a personal choice.
The commitment, though.
All right, man. Welcome back to another episode of IBTE Sports Podcast. IBTE Sports Podcast here. Got your boy Lawrence, Kenny, and Phil. Neil's not here because Neil seems to always forget something important in his life and forgets and always fucks up. So he's not here today, but he's here in spirit. The Rams got a big win, and he's going to be sad that he obviously is going to miss this so he can scream at the top of his lungs. So how you guys doing? How you feeling on this blessed week, man?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. You know, my Christmas wish came a little early. Neil's on the podcast this week, so not on the podcast this week, so Merry Christmas to me. So I'm doing pretty good. I also took a huge L to Lawrence in our $100 ESPN league, so it bounces out.
Double homicide.
Yeah, but bright side, I'm in the championship in 2 leagues, so it works out.
All right. How about you, Kenny?
Well, I'm feeling great, especially being that I've proved that I am the far superior fantasy manager of all the IBTE sports co-hosts, being that I knocked out Neil and Lawrence in both of our IBTE leagues, and Phil didn't even make the playoffs. So just would like to point out that I am the superior owner. Thanks, Rick. I appreciate it. It's Christmas time. I figured I'd wear my pajamas tonight.
I'm glad everyone got the email, Lawrence.
Listen, the email. Listen, I got green on. I got green on, man. Yeah, that's green.
That's black, bro.
No, it's green, bro. It's literally green. I'm telling you, it is.
I mean, it might
be the hoodies. It's like dark green. I promise you.
Oh, yeah, I now it's
yeah.
That shit tree color.
You said what?
It's like leaf tree color.
You see the difference?
Different. That's navy blue.
Got him.
Oh man, what was it back in 2016 where it was that dumbass picture with the dress? What color did you see?
I saw both.
And you saw both?
I did. I was able to see both.
Blue and yellow.
I mostly see white and gold. It was blue and black and white and gold.
But man, we got a lot to unpack in week 15. As the season is getting to a close end to playoffs. It's a heavy race. A lot of crazy matchups this past weekend. Some major top dogs end up losing, making things much more interesting in the playoff race. I think on both sides, more in the NFC, right, versus the AFC, or AFC is gonna be crazy down the stretch regardless, but made things
all the top teams are playing each other every week, so it's kind of like just a matter of who's gonna lose.
Right. But man, what y'all wanna unpack first?
The fraud knows.
Hey, we going right to
energy.
It. We going right to it. Man, listen, I was watching
Arizona fraud knows.
I was watching that game.
Who are they playing against, Kenny?
Detroit Lions.
With Detroit Lions. Shout out to Craig Reynolds, man. D2, PSAC guy, played against him, competed against him. He just got signed to the active roster, and it seems like he pretty much is the starter right now too. So shout out to him for keep persevering on his path and everything like that. It's nice to see. He said week to week. Yeah, it's week to week. Let them know. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No, we didn't say it's not a week to week league. You call yourself a week to week fan, which so I don't. Are you a Saints fan this week and then like?
No.
I don't know how that works.
But listen, what I'm not gonna let you do right there is because you're talking about me, but you damn near LA Rams fan. Let's talk about it.
I'm just saying though.
Don't put that energy that you just said. Yeah, you said you basically a Rams fan. You're not even a Falcons fan this season, bro.
What? Because I think the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl?
No.
LA Rams.
No.
I got to back Neil up.
The energy.
I got to back Neil up because y'all be coming at him, bro.
Fuck Neil.
He doesn't have like the Rams aren't going to win the Super Bowl.
Bro, listen. You're a Rams fan. It's okay.
Yeah, whatever. I'll take it.
All right, but now let's get to the Detroit Lions game and Arizona Cardinals. I want to say fuck you to the Arizona Cardinals because I had James Conner, Kyler Murray, and AJ Green in my lineup against Kenny, and they failed miserably. and got absolutely shellacked by the Detroit Lions. That are what were they 1-11-1 or something crazy like that.
Yep.
I know they got one win. Now they have two.
All ones. They had all ones, and literally they got cooked out there. They got embarrassed. Kyler Murray looked like he don't know what he's doing at quarterback.
Literal toddler.
So it's tough, man. What y'all think of the game?
I think it's pretty much what the Cardinals are going to be going forward. Like they're hit or miss. They're either going to look very, very hot or they're going to look very, very bad, and that is why I can't trust the Cardinals. Like clearly they're a good team. Like you can't take that away from them, but I can't take them seriously as a contender. And last week is why.
That was pretty eye opening to me too. Overrated.
Are they frauds?
I don't know. I don't know.
If you consider them a Super Bowl favorite, then yes, I think they're overrated. If you just consider them a good team, then no, they're not overrated.
Because this is going to be a test where, because it's like when, especially in NFL, there's this thing. It's like hella gatekeep. There's mad gatekeeping as far as the quarterback goes. You have to win in the playoffs. So if Kyler gets there and loses, they're gonna start disrespecting him, and no matter what he does, until he wins, they're not gonna give him his due. Like he can go out, throw for 5K, but if he can't win in the playoffs, they're gonna say it doesn't matter.
Right. That's been the same energy with Matt Stafford.
No, right.
Never been to the playoffs.
Lamar won MVP, lost their first game to Tennessee, and everyone for a year talked about how Lamar is not good and is not a proven quarterback. Then he won the game, and now we don't hear about it anymore. And now he's having a worse year than Kyler, but you're not hearing those knocks on Lamar anymore.
Right. So he's out. That's the answer to Rick. I wouldn't say he's overrated because we allow Daniel Jones to be a quarterback. We allow Mike Glennon to be a quarterback. We allow Taysom Hill to be a quarterback. He gets criticism. They get their criticism, but like Daniel Jones is like in one of the biggest markets in all of like football or just sports in general in New York, and he's just allowed to continue to be quarterback. Like,
forget Daniel Jones. I mean, I'm going completely topic here, but how about Zach Wilson? I mean, the guy was taken number 2 overall and has done nothing. I mean, this is just to me a clear example of why you don't listen to these armchair analysts and after the season's over that just push guys up the board. I mean, Justin Fields was QB2 all year, and then randomly it was just some guy said, no, it's going to be Zach Wilson, and everyone ran with it.
Well, I mean, also, side note, are we not giving Zach Wilson enough time, or are we just going off of?
No, I'm gonna give him his time. I'm gonna give him his time.
But my people that when Daniel Jones didn't perform right away, it was always a bust. People are already asking, is Trevor Lawrence a bust? I mean, people are bashing Justin Fields. So it's just why is Zach Wilson getting a pass when they all should either get it or he has to get the same criticism as everybody else?
Right. Not everyone can be Mac Jones. You know, it's a tough world out there for the rookie quarterback.
Mac Jones as a rookie quarterback, he fell into the best possible situation anyone could ever ask for.
Right.
Yeah, bro. He's got his crib. He's got his banky. He's got the helicopter toy over his crib. He has all of that. So we're not gonna. Bill's like this every game, but that's what you're supposed to do.
That.
Exactly.
You're supposed to build his confidence up.
You're not supposed to throw a rookie out there and ask them to your offense.
Yeah. For me, for the Detroit and Arizona game, I mean, so many key pieces were out for Detroit. No DeAndre Swift, no TJ Hawkinson, no Frank Ragnow. Just a lot of pieces that even with no D Hop, the Cardinals should have easily beat them. But we saw what happened. They forced the Cardinals into a lot of positions they didn't want to be in, and they ended up getting the W. So just a very disappointing game from Arizona.
Yeah, I think Kyler has to step up, play with more confidence. He just looks like he has like a fuck it mood out there, like at quarterback. He's just like he throws the ball and it is what it is. He goes to the next play and he does the same thing, and then they're kicking the ball, they're punting it off. But shout out to St. Brown, man. I loved watching him at USC. I think he's better than his brothers. I think are both of them in the league? I know one is on the Packers.
I don't think the other one is yet. Yeah. I don't believe the other one
is that like Equinix or whatever?
Yeah, Equanimous, something like that.
Yeah. So I think because he's so good, like the whole Debo mold of type of player. He's literally playing running back in the game. He's running inside zones, pitches. Then he goes to the outside, gets catches, goes to the slot. He's a really special player. And then obviously I shout out Craig Reynolds early on. He's running the ball hard. And then Jared Goff played phenomenal. He was 21 for 26 with three TDs.
As Neil would say, he's an Arizona Cardinals killer. Like some guys, they play certain teams, and it's just like, okay, like Goff was 21 for 26, only 216 yards, but 3 touchdowns. But he made no mistakes. Like you can't ask for anything else.
Is he 7-1 against them or 7-0 against them? Because I saw both.
7-1. Because I think he got the one loss. I could be wrong, but I think he got the one loss to the Jeff Fisher year. So I don't count that year.
Yeah.
But for the Cardinals, I mean, yes, there's no D-Hop, but Kyler Murray, you got to get it together because, I mean, Chase Edmonds came back. James Conner is having his best season since he broke out on the scene with Pittsburgh.
And he's a AJ
Green, AJ Green having a resurgent year. Like he's not the AJ Green he was, but he's a very serviceable receiver. Christian Kirk was supposed to be your guy. Like that's why they were all, it's okay to see Larry retire. So Christian Kirk was supposed to be your guy. Ondale Moore, everybody was high on. So you brought in Zach Ertz. So he has a lot of toys around him. So we can't use the excuse of there's no D-Hop because there's plenty there for him to do it.
Yeah,
there's no excuse to lose by 18 to the Lions.
He said situations are key for young quarterbacks, definitely. And you can kind of see like Trevor Lawrence, man, like that's tough, like because we seen him. He's got the dog in him. He's got the it factor as far as competing and everything. And then we just see him getting just planted into the ground like every single series in Jacksonville.
So, being that you brought up Trevor Lawrence, I have a question for you guys now. Because to me, the next coach is going to be key. Because if they miss on the next coach, Trevor Lawrence's career could actually be done already. He could be great, but if you fail for 3 years, it's over. You don't get a second chance. Yeah. So if you're the Jags, do you take a chance in bringing in one of these unproven coordinators that you really like? Or because you have Trevor Lawrence, do you have to kind of say, okay, I don't want to really recycle coaches, but I got to go with someone like a Jim Caldwell or someone who's just coached before because I got to make sure Trevor Lawrence gets developed?
Yeah, I will go with someone more established because you can get a structure. I think I'm trying to visualize the Jags. What's good, Woodman? What's good, bro?
Where you at?
I'm trying to. That's a fact. I'm trying to visualize the roster. I feel like he has the tools around him. Right. As far as receiver, he has 2 running backs. I think he might have 3.
Yeah,
to be honest.
ETN's coming back.
Right.
You got James Robinson.
I think it's just a matter of putting him in the best situation. Like, if your line can't block, shit, you might have to sprint past the whole game. You have to roll out. You can't have him dropping back and taking hits. So, I feel like it's going to be that where if they want him to succeed and be the guy, they're going to have to mold around him.
Right. I'm going to agree as well. Like, just a couple candidates that are available. Eric Bieniemy always pops up, especially after last year. Josh McDaniels' names always pops up, especially. But I think he'll stay in New England. Another one, a very popular choice has been popping up the last couple of weeks. Byron Leftwich, Jacksonville ties, so obviously they might get him in there. There's a lot of other people that's proven their worth and could be a good fit for Trevor Lawrence. Just got to depend on who it is.
But see, to me, those aren't proven guys. Byron Leftwich has never been a head coach. Bieniemy's never been a head coach and doesn't call plays in Kansas City. And Josh McDaniels' one stint as a head coach was awful in Denver. So that's why these are guys that obviously are going to get a chance. But if I need to hit right now with my young quarterback, I don't know if I can trust them. I might have to go and get a Jim Caldwell or maybe Todd Bowles or somebody who's been a coach before. And I'm not saying they're better candidates, but for the situation that they have in Jacksonville, I don't know if you can afford
stability.
You might not, because if you miss on this next coach, you may have just tanked Trevor Lawrence's career. It's
Jason
crazy to think it's
possible.
Jason Garrett.
He said Jason
Coach Clapp.
But I think that's something that you guys definitely. He said go. Prime say he's staying. Prime say he got a bigger call, and that man about to bring everything crashing down, bro. Everything that's been in place where they just been taking advantage of everybody, that shit is over with now. Like Slowly, I don't think it's gonna be immediately, but slowly but surely, you're gonna see Grambling State grab somebody, Savannah State grab somebody. You're gonna see it happen more and more and more. So, I don't know, man. Prime said he happy where it's at, and he coaching the Suns. He gonna stay there until the Suns leave, at least. And they got that's what 3 more years now.
Yeah,
because Shiloh's got 2 more, I think, because he already played at South Carolina.
But so. he played during the COVID year, I think, though, so he's technically only a freshman.
Oh, okay. So, I didn't know that.
If anyone who played last year got an extra, like last year didn't count towards your eligibility.
Okay. So yeah, I was about to say I'm not sure. I don't know when because one of the kids I played with at Bloom, he transferred there and he was there at the same time with him. My timeline is morphing together. We be in the house way too much now. Feel me? So. Oh man.
Right.
What?
Oh,
what?
I was gonna say also, speaking of blooming, things blooming. We saw the Jonathan Taylor's career blooming on Thursday night. Little quick work against the Patriots, 170 rush yards, touchdown, a back-breaking touchdown against the Patriots.
Yeah, that might have been a Game of Thrones type of move right there, like stab and twist and then kick you. Because when I was watching the game in Philly, and I'm like, oh, that's tough.
Right.
It was like, oh man,
it's like second down or third down. They just need like 1 or 2 more stops. Next, 60-yard touchdown to the house.
Yep.
Up by 10.
That's Jonathan. That's why you get a run game and you stick to it. Like these teams that are successful are teams that just hand the ball off, even if it's only getting you 3 yards a pop. In the fourth quarter, it's going to pop.
The great philosopher said, over and over.
Yeah. Basically, the Colts did to the Patriots Thursday is what the Patriots did to the Bills on Monday night. So it's basically very tough week for the Patriots. What are our thoughts on the Colts going on?
Yeah, Woodman, you don't know. Hold on, let's put that up there, bro. We be repping here at IBTE Sports, man. We 70 episodes now. I gotta look. We're up there. We know how to improv, man.
I also have a minor in comedy. I have a minor in comedy, so it works out.
But now, what were you saying? My fault. I had cut you off.
No, he was asking about what we think about the Colts. And I mean, I've said for weeks now, would anyone be shocked if the Colts made the Super Bowl? Like, I mean,
nah.
I don't have them as a favorite, but it's like one of those things where if the Colts make it, I don't think anyone's going to bat an eye because they have a defense. They have a run game. They have a quarterback that understands what he needs to do to win. Right. He's not good. He's not the Carson Wentz he was his MVP year. He's just not. Yeah. But he's not the bad Carson Wentz either. He knows what he has to do to win. Like he had 57 pass yards, and they just beat a playoff team.
So
plus that defense is pretty good too.
So that's what I was about to say. You think about this, right? You got Ty, you got Zach Pascal. He's playing good too. He's a possession receiver. He can do a lot of things. Then you got Pittman. Pittman is a large target. You got damn near.
Jack
you got
Boyle, Mo Alley Cox.
Right. But what the two things is crazy for them
as well
is a team. I always hated playing teams like this. Just in general, just like if you really look at the grand scheme of things in a game and who you're gonna play against, you love to play against the passing teams because you know you're gonna have enough time because all they're gonna do, there's gonna be incompletions, the time's gonna stop. But you play a team that has a running back that's going to touch the ball 27 times to 30 times a game, and then you got Darius Leonard and Kenny Moore and all those guys that are going to take the ball from you on your first possession or your third possession. That's tough to play. Imagine they go down, they have a 9-minute, 10-minute drive. You get the ball back after they score, and Kenny Moore strips you. Now they got the ball back. They take more time down. That's tough to play against.
Carson Wentz only had 57 yards, I believe, as well. So they knew the assignment.
Woodman says Wentz has not beaten anyone in a shootout, and that might be right. But listen to their scoring totals this year, though. They 16 week 1, which was but then 24, 16 week 2, then 27, 25, 31, 30, 34, 45, 23, 41.
Yeah, 38, so that's just not true.
Yeah,
not true, bro.
I'm not saying I want to get in a shootout, but
what are they 7? They're 7-2 in their last 9 games, I think.
Let's
see, 7-2.
Yeah, they lost to the Bucks, and they lost to the Titans. Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
seven
side
and
note,
2. They're on a tear right now.
Before you continue, one of their biggest problems early in the season that I've seen is they had trouble like converting red zone opportunities. Like they're like past 9 games, like just the Patriots. Every chance they had in the red zone, they converted the best they could, either scoring a touchdown or field goal. So it's definitely one of their weaknesses that they turned into their strong suit at the end of the year, right when they needed it. So shout out to them.
They definitely stopped making things harder on themselves is when they, after week 4 or 5, and said we need to give the ball to our best player on our offense, and from there it was a wrap. So
pretty much what I'm hearing is once the hard knock cameras came in, they said, "All right, turn up. We ain't about to do that." That's basically what I'm hearing.
That is a fact. Once some cameras got in the facility, you said, "Oh, y'all picked us? We were in the lottery. Oh, all right. Say less. We got you." Oh man, they got one.
Now, Woman, you're right. They do got to win the division, but I feel so super confident in them winning that division because Tennessee is a dumpster fire.
Yeah, Tennessee right now is tough. You got both the number 1 receivers, number 1 or 2, whatever way you want to put it.
Well, AJ's supposed to come back tomorrow.
Yeah, they're trading. Yeah. They're taking turns on IR, and that's not good. So you're gonna have to pass. You got to pass in January. If you can't pass in January, it's tough.
Also depends how healthy Derrick Henry is. He's rumored to come back before the playoffs start, so we will see.
They have a tough schedule ahead though. The Titans, whereas they have they have the Niners Thursday. Then they got the Dolphins. Then the Texans is easy, but I mean, the Dolphins are hot right now. The Niners are hot right now. I mean, you only got one gimme win.
Right.
Versus the Colts. Who do they have coming up? The Colts they play Christmas Day against the Cards. That's going to be a good one. We'll talk about that after. Then they got the Raiders and they got the Jags. So really both of them have 2 tough games and 1 gimme.
Yeah, that's a fact. Oh, man. For me?
Let's see. What else we got here? What was the other games?
New Orleans, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I wasn't sure we want to get right into that yet.
The media record. Yeah, what's good? Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to talk about the Niners, man. Niners are torching. It's Mayday.
They got a big game tomorrow.
Yeah, big game. But, nah, man, I was really sitting there like this the whole time at the edge of my bed watching that game. And I'm like, drive 1 comes out. I'm like, yo, I got a good feeling we're going to win. But I think as I was watching the game, it was like, I don't know why they played them so well, but then they lose to the goddamn Giants. It doesn't make sense to me. Like I'm watching the game and I'm like, why can't you do this against the games that you need to do it for?
But now I'm asking you something. Now this is a serious question, not me being a Falcon fan. Like I would ask anybody. I'd ask Phil. I'd ask Neil. I'd ask anyone. You only put up 9 points and no touchdowns, though. Is that frightening, though, going forward? I mean, obviously the defense played great, but your defense cannot pitch a shutout every week.
That's the listen. So as I'm watching the game, it's like Taysom Hill. I just don't know what. I guarantee Dennis Allen had a call with Sean Payton and said, "Why the f did AK not touch the ball 35 times?" He said, "What?" He probably. I'm guaranteed that he called him after the game and said, "Why didn't our best player on offense touch the ball?" Like there was times where there was a whole drive and it was Mark Ingram and Ty Montgomery.
Listen,
and AK was going out.
That's how to make that adjustment.
Bro, every time. Listen, I ran it back. I was looking up some film, just from like people that break down film like fan wise on YouTube, and the plays that they had the read option on, he was pulling it and he could have gave it to AK.
Right now, granted, they were bottling up AK on rushes. I won't say they weren't, but he only had 11 carries. Like,
damn.
And listen, if you run the tape back on the pass plays that he missed AK on, AK ran a Texas route. It's just like a pretty much an end from the backfield, and he threw the ball behind him, and AK had nobody in front of him.
Right.
Like Taysom Hill, I try to give him his due, try to be patient, but man, you are hot doo-doo garbage, bro. Like you're just not good, bro. Because you hold the ball too long, you're indecisive, you want to run, but then you want to be a quarterback, It doesn't make sense to me, bro. He's killing me. And it's a negative for having him at quarterback because then your best player doesn't get the ball because he wants to run it. So it's like.
But the thing is, I understand why he is the quarterback because your offense lacks with Trevor Siemian. Although
But he's not. But he's really not running. Like when he can run, he's not running though. That's what kills me. Like he's forcing the runs.
Right. I think they just put him in there really because it's more of what if he's at quarterback and you run the read option, they are going to have to respect his other run game.
Right.
If
another dynamic.
Right. Like if you bring Trevor Siemian in there, we all know 90% chance the ball is going to be run on this play. Like, so I get it, but
right. I think like as I was watching the game too, he had some nice plays. Marquez Callaway finally showed up. Mm-hmm. I think he had over 100 yards receiving. But just watching the defense, they are playing like they just do not. I know they don't like Tom Brady. Like they cannot stand him. From Cam Jordan to Mario, you got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is like he's in his face every play. They just got their number. Like as far as goes for the receivers, people said, well, they didn't have. There's all types of excuses. They didn't have their receivers. They didn't have Leonard Fournette. They were getting boomed. They were getting owned every offensive possession, every play. Like they were just getting dominated.
Before those guys was out, they were getting dominated. Like it was just I mean, but again, to me, this is like I said with the Cardinals earlier. This game is why I don't have the Buccaneers as a Super Bowl favorite.
Right.
Granted, the Saints defense has been like 0 points, like not even a field goal. I'm sorry, like I'm not.
Bro, this real.
Also, they lost a lot of key pieces. Godwin's out for the year. Levante David is most likely out for the year, according to reports. Yeah. Evans has a hamstring injury. Leonard Fournette is mostly gone for the year, or most likely until playoffs. So
he did that split.
But Fournette's going to be back for playoffs. Levante David's going to be back for playoffs. Antonio Brown's coming back. So really, if you ask me, they're not in bad shape health-wise at all. I just think talent-wise versus the rest of the league, they're not going to beat Green Bay. They're not going to beat LA. If they get to the Super Bowl,
secondary.
Their secondary is weak. I just don't see it. I think that this was a perfect example. You just lost to the 6th and 7th Saints with Taysom Hill at quarterback when Kamara only touched the ball 13 times. Like if I would have told you Taysom Hill's the quarterback and we're only going to give Kamara 13 touches, you would tell me Tom Brady won the game by 20 points.
And you know what's a crazy stat in the game? A crazy stat. Can we agree that like the Bucs offense is like phenomenal? They're probably what would you say top 5 in the league?
On paper, yeah, like with the
Okay. So it is absolutely insane that Tom Brady and the Buccaneers never touched the red zone.
Yeah.
The entire game. Didn't get past the 20-yard line. Didn't even get to the 20 and a half. I just listen.
You know what's crazier?
Shout out to the Saints defense.
When did Chris Godwin leave the game?
I believe second quarter.
He led the team in receiving yards.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
And what's crazy is I shared every time the Bucs play, I always shared Lattimore on Mike Evans because that's his son. He takes him to daycare like every time they play. And Anthony had commented. He was like, "Yo, let's bet," because I said there's gonna be nothing but lockup in this game. And he was like, "Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Bet me." And I don't like betting on my team because like
I'm the same way, bro. I'm already too emotionally attached and too stressed out, so I'm not putting a dollar amount on it.
Right. The last time I bet on the Saints was the Marshawn Lynch run. That was never doing that again. Never like a significant bet where it was like playoffs and all that crazy shit. I would never do that again, bro. But this game brings like a pain to my chest though, because it just leaves me with I hate doing the what ifs, bro. I just hate it. Like if JW there, if MT's there, like just the thought of it, but it's not. It doesn't matter because that's not what reality is. But if the Saints win out, the best thing they can do for themselves is win out, see what happens. But they got Dolphins, Falcons, and Panthers next. So if they can win those games out, somehow get in there, and I'll be happy. I could say that my team is in the playoffs again. So
it's gonna be a fun week 18.
You need the Eagles to keep losing too, though, because they got the tiebreaker over you.
Yeah, they just won and everything. So I was hoping Washington won yesterday, and they're just both their quarterbacks were out too. So they were on like third string, I think. Gilbert.
They had that game a lot for a while. I give Garrett Gilbert a lot of credit for that.
They actually called Garrett Gilbert, who was on the Patriots practice squad, like a week ago. He was getting ready to be there in Indy. They called him up, and next thing you know, he's starting Tuesday night against the Eagles.
Right.
Football team.
But yeah, we're gonna move on because I don't want to sit here and talk about that game. I was just really excited. 9-0 over the Bucks.
We gotta talk about the Packers and the Ravens. I mean, last week I got on here heavy saying how we had to start criticizing the Ravens. I apologize, Baltimore, because what you did with Tyler Huntley against Green Bay Packers, who are arguably the best team in football, was great.
Right.
I mean, ultimately you lost the game. But
hold on. Yo, if you tuned in right now, welcome to IBTE Sports Podcast. It's Lawrence, Kenny, and Phil. Nil's not here today. Make sure you like the video, comment on the video, sub to the channel if you're on YouTube. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter live right now. So go check us out. And you got the ticker at the bottom. Go ahead, Kenny. My fault.
No, I was very impressed with what I saw from Baltimore. It wasn't a knock against Green Bay. Just Baltimore played like they didn't miss a beat. I mean, to me, Tyler Huntley proved that he's the quarterback in this league. Like he's never had a full week to prepare as QB1. This was the first time he ever did, and he 100% lived up to every expectation. I started him in 2 fantasy leagues. He won me 2 games. Like
Mark Andrews was wild as well.
And what's crazy though is like while I'm watching the game, he knows what he wants to do. Like he's not. Like any other second or third string, he gets in there and it looks like his head's chopped off. Like he doesn't know what he's doing. But he's
like
going in there making decisions.
They're like, oh no! Like he was running the ball, but that wasn't what made him good. Like he was checking all of his reads, and then he ran when it broke down. Like he played the game like a quarterback. He didn't play it like a running guy who also plays quarterback. He played that game like he was Lamar Jackson. Like
you know the one play where I was like, this guy might be the real deal. Is when he dropped back, they were in the red zone. It was like at the 12-yard line or something. He dropped back and immediately took off forward because nobody was there. I'm like, all right. Any other quarterback is sitting there trying to force something because the coach probably is in his head. Oh yeah, throw to the receivers only, don't run. But he played phenomenal. 4 total TDs. How many yards total? Over 300, right?
200 throwing and then like 73 rushing.
Yeah, 73 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns.
And the release
on the ground.
And I don't know, for the people that don't know him or looked at the story, him and Lamar like grew up with each other, and they played against each other since they were in Pop Warner. They've and Huntley's had his number. Like he's beat Lamar several times growing up. They played against each other in high school and everything too. Right. So that's also pretty dope.
What was your guys' reaction on going in for 2 again? For Baltimore?
What happened?
What was your guys' reaction when Baltimore went for 2 again?
Honestly, I expected it.
Yeah, like at that point and I said it while we were watching, because you get in the game and you gotta know where you're at. Like you already gave AR 40 seconds. There's 40 seconds. He had 2 timeouts. 40 seconds, 2 timeouts. Yeah, so like you gotta go. Right. You got to go for 2 and then hope that your decimated defense that don't have Marlon Humphrey or anybody else, they get a stop or they get a strip sack or something. Like, but I think it was a great decision. Bad play call.
Terrible play call. Exactly. Like, but if you know Baltimore, you knew they were going for 2.
Nah, like, Woodman, bro. Nah. Woodman, if we on the same team and you on defense, I'm on offense, and we on the sideline, and we in the huddle captain chat or whatever, and I'm like, yo, we going for 2. We going for the win.
They asked the players. Like they had the players.
John Harbaugh asked all the players,
yeah, and they said, no, we're winning this game, coach. Like, yeah. I mean, that's what I respect about John Harbaugh, though. He does not come out of character. Like 2 weeks ago, he did this and it doesn't work. Any other coach in the league, does not go for 2 for the rest of the year. No, he's like, I'm John Harbaugh. I go for 2. It might not have paid off, but because if it pays off today, guess what? We're talking about how great the Ravens are. They just took down the Packers with their backup quarterback because John Harbaugh has steel balls. But now today we're saying that, it doesn't work. No, you can't have it both ways. Like,
I think it was a phenomenal game going in there, man. Like,
I gave them no chance,
bro. Listen, if for the betting people out there, if you don't bet, I don't know, but Vegas gave you money this past weekend. They had the Ravens +7, and they had the Saints at 11.5. The disrespect. Like, free money was out there this weekend. I don't know if y'all betting people out there. Y'all probably go to church and shit, but you know what I mean? Like, but I partook in that +7 and that +11.5. That's just free money.
Yeah.
This is just insane. Like, because you know why I would do that is because it's John Harbaugh. Like, it doesn't matter who he's got. Great organization, great decisions. Right. They got a team. They know what they're gonna do.
Also, I just wish it was a better play call.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Also, if they would have converted that one against Pittsburgh, the 2-point conversion, and they would have beat Green Bay, they would be number 1 in AFC right now. So
very true.
They're literally like 2 plays away from.
There was a lot. Listen, there was a lot on the line. You close. If you lose, you close the gap with the rest of your guys in the AFC North. You got the number 1 seed in the AFC. There's a lot, so you got to go for it.
Yep. He has Lamar. He has those players. All the same thing. And
what I most respect about the decision, he would do the same thing with Lamar. So if he didn't go for it, that means that he probably wouldn't have confidence in Tyler. Yes, and that would be iffy for me. That'd be like, damn, like you supposed to. He's playing out of his mind right now too. So like, I think that played a factor too. Is the fact that he's playing so well that you would go for it.
Well, the last 2 drives of the game, whatever Tyler Huntley wanted, Tyler Huntley got.
Right.
Like, oh, it's 2nd and 12 from the 50. Okay, I'll drop back. Boop, boop, boop. 12 yards for the scramble. I get the first down. Whatever he wanted, he was getting. But
take what they give you from the beginning of time in football. That's all they say.
I'm so tired of seeing doesn't he know he has Justin Tucker? What's wrong? He doesn't go for 2 because he doesn't think Justin Tucker can hit the kick. Like, let's clear that up right now. He goes for 2 because he's an aggressive-minded coach. He's always been an aggressive-minded coach. We're just talking about it more now. Like, it's not a knock against Justin Tucker. It's not a knock against his defense. It's just I think that I'm a better coach than you, and I'm going to scheme a better play. That's all it is.
Yeah, also going off of that, the Ravens were at home, right, I believe?
Yep.
So let's say if you go for 1, Green Bay gets the right call for the coin toss, Aaron Rodgers goes down the field with that decimated defense and wins the game. So,
right, it's literally this is how I probably looked at it. Listen, I can kick the field goal, and I can tell you, I'm still giving Aaron Rodgers 40 seconds with at least 1 timeout. I forgot how many, maybe 2, to get into field goal range. And even if they don't get it, they get the coin toss. I'm leaving the game up to a coin toss, or I can go for it here, get it, hold them, and win the game.
Right, and that's how I'm thinking. I'm thinking that my guys on the 4 NASCAR guys on the defensive line can get to him because he's gonna have to pass. He's not gonna just run the ball.
Right. You'd have more control on that going for 2 situations than going to overtime with a 50-50 coin toss and seeing if the defense can hold up or not.
Right. Yeah. I'm not even thinking about overtime at that point.
Yeah.
Like either way, you're gonna have to stop him.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like, go for 2. There's just not.
And that's to me, that's what he's saying. He's probably looking at it like, if I don't stop Aaron Rodgers, they win the game, and if I go for it and then I win the game. So no matter what, that's how he's probably looking at it. And I can't disagree with what he did, just because it's not like this is out of his character. If he's a coach that's never went for, like Pete Carroll never goes for it. So if Pete Carroll would have gone for it, then maybe we're talking to you like, well, why did Pete come out of character? No, John Harbaugh always goes for it. So you do your thing.
Right. Oh, man. Yeah, but definitely Woodman sprint out was a bad choice. Definitely a bad choice. And coming from Bloom when we did that dumb shit. I've been in that same situation. Why are we running sprint pass to the boundary? Like, balls on the hash just don't make no sense. And then there's one guy, but he threw to the best receiver in the game at that point. So
Mark Andrews had a game.
He's balling. But we're going to go segue into tight end play. God damn, Travis. That boy is nice. Oh, my God. That boy nice.
Listen.
Stuck the fantasy dagger through my heart as Kenny. I had Kenny sweating.
The first, Kelsey in the third, baby.
I had Kenny sweating, bro.
You had me sweating.
bro, because they were getting shut down early on, bro.
Oh, no, I ain't
through
gonna
the game.
Oh, listen, we were at the third to last drive of the game. Patrick Mahomes had 4 fantasy points.
Unreal, bro.
I can't make this up. In 3 drives, Patrick Mahomes got me. I'm pulling up the numbers, so I want to make sure I'm accurate.
You got 29.5 or something like that.
Yeah, Kittle's a monster too.
Because I had to play for Phil. Phil was dead in the water. His projection went down by like 20 points. Then he came out of nowhere and skyrocketed to almost 30. Absolutely insane.
25 points. So in 3 drives, Patrick Mahomes got me 25 points.
Right.
I've never seen such a thing in my life. And it's all thanks to my 3rd round pick, Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce. 41.1.
41.1.
Yep.
He played bonkers. I think 11 catches for
10 catches, 191 yards, 2 touchdowns.
2 TDs.
That's the game-winning touchdown.
And I just want to know, man, the Chargers, like, y'all got to go back to, like, the 2004 Madden tackle circuit or something with the dummies. Because, like, what was that in the fourth quarter? Bro, like, Travis Kelce was running in, like, goddamn cursive. And they couldn't tackle him.
Even before that game-winning drive, he was a yard away from having a 3rd touchdown.
Right. He was.
Remember, he broke one off for like 50 or 60 yards and got tackled at the 1.
Right.
Like
Insane,
he could have finished the game with 192 yards and 3 touchdowns.
So what do y'all think about the Chargers' chances going forward and everything like that?
I still think it's another team. They're not a bad team. Like right now, the Chiefs are just arguably the hottest in football.
Right.
You ran into a monster. That's what's going to happen. It's a tough division game. But if I'm the Chargers, obviously I'm upset I lost the game, but I don't think like we're dead. You got the Texans next week. You should kill them. The week after that, you get the Broncos. That'll be a tough one, but again, I think they got it, especially Teddy Bridgewater. Prayers to him. Hope he's going to be okay, but he might not be there. Then you got the Raiders. I think the Chargers could win out.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Man, the playoff, like I said it early on, and just this season is absolutely insane. Like, it's insane. Like, you got, the 10th seed up has a chance to either squeak by and get in, and I don't think we've seen anything like this in a while.
7-7 is
better.
Wild. Yeah. Also, for the Chargers, I think if you're a fan of the AFC West, Chargers versus Chiefs is going to be a lot of fun games for the next 5-10 years. Mahomes versus Herbert, etc., etc. I think that I do believe they'll win out too. I think it's one of those momentum years where they're not at their best yet, but give it maybe like 2-3 years, they're going to be as competitive as the Chiefs. So time.
So we got a 49ers fan in the chat. He said Kittle, bro, man's a beast. He is. Oh, man's a monster. He is, for sure. Those two, man, Kittle and Kels, they're insane, bro. Insane.
Who would you rather have?
Kels. No,
it depends. It depends on what you want. What you're running.
I'm looking for like
complete package.
Definition of a tight end, like because if you and everything,
right? If you have some type of emphasis on running, you're gonna want Kittle because he gives you that run blocking factor. Kelsey's he can block. But I don't think it's as good as Kittle. Kittle, man, like
no, Kittle's like he's
insane.
Like he takes more pride in blocking than he does catching, which is scary because he's such a good receiver.
Yeah, he's definitely all around for sure.
But for like what I would prefer in my type of offense,
my man Kenny, six receivers empty.
Well,
if Kenny was running a team and you had an opportunity to take linemen out, Kenny would take linemen out and put receivers in.
That's absolutely. But look, the Falcons we have Kel Jr. Kyle Pitts is literally cut from the same cloth as Travis Kelce, so I don't expect my answer to be anything different.
Big loco.
Yeah.
Big logo. He gets crazy, man. Like
when
he catches the ball, he can get open. He can make people miss. It's impressive.
When Kyle Pitts, like when we actually have another receiving threat, oh my god, I can't wait because like watching Travis Kelce on Thursday, I'm like, this is what I get to watch for the next like 10 years.
So what you guys think about the 49ers, man? Right now it's rumbling like I think as far as like not even comparing the teams, but on a streak and hot right now it's kind of like the Colts.
Yeah, you're right.
As far as AFC versus
or even like how the
NFC.
Chiefs are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Roll back the podcast early in the year when Neil asked me, what do you mean you like the 49ers? How could you like the 49ers? And I told him because last year they were all hurt. Their quarterback was out. This one was out. That one was out. And he told me that me and all the media people were effing idiots and we were sucking everyone's everything because they're not that good. Well, now look at them.
But them boys got 9 plus 9 plus 10. They got cooked by them. The Rams can't do nothing with the 49ers.
But that's just my thing. It's like Kyle Shanahan is just such a smart coach. He knows how to put his players in the best positions. When their defense got healthy, you knew they were going to be a problem. Their defense got healthy. They're now a problem. They drafted Trey Lance, and Kyle Shanahan is a good enough coach to say, I don't care that we just used the number 3 pick on him. Jimmy Garoppolo is the better option this year. We're playing Jimmy Garoppolo.
Right.
Yep. Also,
because I think the team is completely different if you put Trey Lance in.
Right.
Yeah,
also,
he's not ready yet.
Yeah. Also, shout out Nick Bosa coming out of ACL injury. He's been an absolute monster this season. I believe he's 3rd in sacks and like top 5 or top 10 in a whole lot of different other categories. So he's definitely the player they missed last year.
And listen, and shout out to my man Diva. Shout out to him. That boy is.
But I just want to point out they keep saying all these records he's like breaking for like a receiver playing running back. And I mean, this is great. But do we forget that Cordell Patterson is a receiver playing running back who's having a better statistical running back season? So could we stop that nonsense?
I think. Hold on.
Listen, and before anyone gets, I'm not saying Cordero is better than Debo because that's not true. That's not true. I would take Debo over Cordero in a heartbeat. But my problem here is you can't say he's the first receiver to do blah, 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 when Cordero Patterson is literally a receiver and has played receiver on every team except for the Falcons.
My thing. So I was gonna shed light on that. Is shout out to Cordell Patterson because he's what 7th year in the league.
He's like 30, so yeah.
So it's probably 7th, and it is a sin. This is just an example of why you don't call players trash, because you get good coaches like Kyle Shanahan is gonna draft a Debo, and you think he's gonna play receiver, but he's got something else for your ass when you play him. Like he probably already knew what Debo was gonna be. Obviously, when he drafted him, he's gonna be everything. He's gonna play running back, jet sweeps. Nobody's gonna be able to stop this kid. Right. And you see Cordell Patterson, and what he's really known for is his return ability. And I can speak from personal experience, when you get on the return, if you could do that shit on return, imagine what you could do if you have the ball and there's less people trying to fly and break your neck.
That's what I can't understand. Like
when you're good at returning, it translates crazy to offense.
Right.
It's clear as day what you can do.
He can't be that smart. He's the only coach that said, wait a minute, if I just give this guy the ball in space, he's going to be great. Let me just line him up in the backfield. How did it take 7 or 8 years for a coach to finally say, let's do that?
No, because coaches the majority of them are stubborn.
They're archaic, exactly.
They're trying to put people in boxes it doesn't work like that. Like if you're a great coach, you're gonna say you get there, the team is gonna fucking dump the bag of Legos out, and that's all you got to make a spaceship. You better figure that shit out. Like, if you ain't got something, you got to figure it out. And if you don't have what you need for an offensive scheme, you need to mold that shit to what you got. That's how you succeed.
Right.
I never understood that.
Also, what can Diva play defense, though?
Go ahead, Phil.
Safety. Can Diva play defense? No.
He probably could. He probably could.
Most likely.
He could probably, bro, he's, like, it's crazy to see those type of players. Like, they're just...
Speaking on great coaches, he won't get any love for Coach of the Year because the record is just not there. But Arthur Smith, honestly, what he's done with this Falcons team, being 6-8, is actually so impressive. The point differential for the Falcons is like over – How do you have 6 wins when teams are outscoring you by over 100 points? You are the first coach ever to unlock Cordero Patterson, and everyone said he was only a good coordinator because of Derrick Henry. He has no Derrick Henry prototype at running back for the Falcons. He has no running back. He has a receiver playing running back. Calvin Ridley missed the whole season. Russell Gage was out a little bit. Kyle Pitts has been triple teamed. I'm probably a homer here, but the guy has 6 wins and only 8 losses with this awful team that should only have 2 wins. We got to give him love.
And still in playoff contention.
Right.
It's close. I think like 2 games behind the 7th seed.
Like if we were to win out, there's a chance it's not going to happen. But like it's crazy. There's 3 games left and they're not eliminated with this garbage roster.
Right.
Speaking of our take, the game tomorrow, what are pickups looking like?
Yeah, we can.
What was Lawrence
No, I was just gonna harp on just the coaching thing because like I pay attention to that shit so much, and it's sad to see and for example, you could go and say Nelson Aguilar, like I'll say it all the time, like shit, all these receivers that people think are trash, come on down to New Orleans because you don't know what you're looking at. You truly don't. Like when he's at the Eagles, Nelson Aguilar is trash. Then he goes to the Raiders, plays it good enough to get money. So that's clearly what you said is wrong. Clearly
he gets
wrong.
paid in New England.
I said about Devin Singletary and Zach Moss all the time. Buffalo's got no running game. No, they just don't use it. If you don't like them, cut them, please. And the Falcons will sign them tomorrow. We'll have a running game.
Yeah. Some people just they just don't understand. And you can't be living by the ESPN app, bro. Like, I'm tired of the ESPN app warriors. Like, I'm just sick of it. Like, if you can't name me your offensive line, don't talk to me. And most of us here, not you, Phil. Bill Belichick always gonna have his own lineman correct, but we got backups. I gotta look up third string tackles. Like it's rough this season.
I got turnstiles at left guard and right tackle every week.
It's insane, bro.
My left guard.
We said O line, so
my left guard pulled and went to go block on the right side, and there's a picture of it. He's like this. There's nobody near him, and there's 3 guys around Matt Ryan. Like, what are you doing, bro?
It's tough, but yeah, like
Mayfield. Come on,
that's where I'm at as far as talk. Like I'm out just because we got this show. Like I'm not gonna say that I know everything, but like don't talk to me if you don't know your offensive line. Like,
no, Rick, because my thing is like I'm not coming on here trying to sound that crazy.
I'm not about to argue with you. You don't even know who's blocking for your franchise.
But
like
you said, ESPN Warriors, like that's what I gotta like people who have been talking to about like Mike Tomlin. Oh, he needs to be on the hot seat. I just kind of scratch my head when I say that because if Mike Tomlin gets fired before the Steelers can finish that meeting, like firing him, he's gonna have 30 teams on the phone asking him.
Oh my goodness, bro! It's gonna be
like there will be teams firing their coach to get a chance to hire Mike Tomlin. Like that's how good of a coach Mike Tomlin is.
Right.
I just don't think some people understand that concept.
Right. Let's get into the pick'ems.
Yeah, we'll get into the pick'ems now.
Yeah.
So everybody kind of just. I don't know. They must like me or something. Decided they weren't going to pick last week.
Yeah, we completely forgot, man. I was on the road.
It was an early Christmas.
Yeah. No, so I got 11 wins last week. Lawrence only picked up 2. Neil got 8. Phil got 5. So I have 145 total. Lawrence has 124 total. Neil has 117 total, and Phil has 139 total. So Phil could still kind of compete, I guess, but.
Yeah, I'm definitely done for. I'm probably like 30 behind.
Shit.
Yeah, Lawrence, you are 18 behind. Or I'm sorry, no, you're 11 behind. Neil is 18 behind. Wow. Yeah. So you just need like I got to pick the opposite of you pretty much the rest of the year. We'll start with tomorrow's game of San Francisco at Tennessee. I'll kick it off. I said earlier I don't like how Tennessee looks. I think San Fran's one of the hottest teams. I'm going San Fran by 10.
Let's see. I'm going to go with San Fran as well because even though A.J. Brown could possibly be back, I think he'll need a week to get back into things. So I think Tennessee struggles one more week, so I'm going to go San Fran.
Man, that man is a walking ace bandage. His career is going to be very tough uphill battle. it's going to be tough for him to come back. But I'm going to say the 49ers too. I think the 49ers are one of the hottest teams in the league right now. They're going bonkers. Jimmy Garoppolo is, if he could keep the turnovers down, keep moving the ball, keep getting the ball to who he needs to, I think they'll keep winning, and they'll definitely be a force going forward. So I got the 49ers.
They completely made people forget about the whole QB drama at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Well, there was no drama. Like Kyle Shanahan, he goes,
news-wise,
he goes, Trey Lance is going to play this year. Jimmy's all right. No one believed him, but that's what he said, and he was 100% right. Like, they put Trey Lance in there, but Jimmy was their guy.
So, like, that's another thing, too, is, like, Jimmy Garoppolo the past 2 seasons, what's happened to him? He's been hurt.
Like, right. Like,
Nick Mullins just playing 16. He played in 16 games for a guy that you paid $100 million for. I'm going to go get a quarterback.
No, right, exactly. Like, people forget when Jimmy Garoppolo was last season, they went to a Super Bowl. They lost the Super Bowl, but they got there.
Right.
Like, it wasn't because of Jimmy, but not having Jimmy made a difference.
That's a fact.
Who we got next?
Next game, Christmas Day. This is going to be a good one. I hope everybody is healthy on both sides, Cleveland and Green Bay. I'm going Green Bay. Like, don't get me wrong, but I just want to see a good game on Christmas. I'm glad it's not going to be a blowout. Well, it might be a blowout because Aaron Rodgers on national TV standalone game, he might show out, tell the world, this last time you're going to see me on a holiday wearing these colors.
Yeah, that boy is out of there. Hey, listen, yo, Aaron Rodgers.
He's going to Pittsburgh.
Bang bong, bang bong. Listen, come on down. All hell is going to break.
He's up to the Giants. Did you say bang bong?
Boy, he'll have
Giants to New York, right? Yeah, to New York.
No. You saw me point. You feel me?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But now, I think the Packers is just playing phenomenal right now too. You got Dylan over there. He's running really good. He's adding the receiving ability. That's gonna be really Aaron, and I don't know if Aaron Jones is fully healthy too. You can kind of see his production, you could say, because he's not getting as many touches. Yeah. But Dylan is creeping more and more, getting more carries than him, more touches. And he's being consistent on the receiving end, so he'll be in more. You got DA. DA is some people regard him as the best. I don't know if he's the best anymore, but you got white. You got white rice over there.
Yeah, after the pick, we got to cover that.
I'm gonna take the Packers, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Packers as well. Just we don't know who's gonna be quarterback in the Cleveland Browns that game. It could be anyone, but I think even with Nick Chubb leading that backfield, Kareem Hunt's injured, a lot of question marks with that offense. So I'm gonna go with Green Bay.
Nice.
Our next Christmas game, Indy and Arizona. I'll let you guys go first this time.
Shit. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with Arizona for the upset. Not because
is it an upset if they're 10-4?
Well, I think a lot of people think the Colts will win this game. Record? Well, I mean, for people wise, I think a lot of people are gonna pick the Colts in this game because of how hot they've been compared to the Cardinals, recent slide. Mm-hmm. But either way, I'm going with Arizona because I need to catch up in these pickems, and that's my explanation. You're trying to win.
I'm gonna go with. I think this game is gonna be a shootout, and I feel like it's gonna come down to if Carson Wentz can pass the ball well enough. I think Cardinals probably get out early, out on the gate, and the Colts have to play catch up, and they actually catch up, and they end up winning the game. So I think it's gonna be the Colts. I got Colts for the win.
I got the Colts too.
Colts are on fire.
And I'm going to stick with what I've been saying. I got the Colts by 10. I think it's a statement game for the Colts. I think they're going to come out and say, we're just going to feed Jonathan Taylor. We're a hot team right now. You might be favored. You might be at home, but I don't care. The Colts, I don't know right now. It's tough to beat a team that is just going to keep feeding their running back and you just can't stop him.
That is a fact. That is a fact, good sir. Let me see what the line is. Let's see what the line is right now.
It's -1 Arizona.
Ooh.
Interesting.
So it's pretty much a pick'em.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's plus 100 Colts, -120. Yeah, so It's not that bad. They don't know who is going to win that.
Right. That's Vegas saying we don't know. Here's a Christmas special. Whoever you think's going to win, we'll just give you the money. Another one we got. I mean, based on the way he played last week, if Lamar's not there, it might not make a difference. Baltimore at Cincinnati for supremacy of the AFC North. Why is this not a Sunday night football game? Someone explain that to me.
Was it 1 o'clock or 4:15 game?
1 o'clock.
Oh, it's a 1 o'clock game. Well, I know why it's not, because CBS said no, you're not taking this game from us.
Who's Sunday night?
Sunday night is Washington and Dallas, so it still might be all right. But.
Bro, do you see the over/under? Why do they do these things? It's 36.5. Come on, bro.
But you know what, Lawrence? You and I both AFC North games are grinded up. This thing might be 13-10.
True, very true. Because they'll probably use Mixon a lot in the game.
Think about it.
Mixon's having a very good year too.
Yeah. Last week, the Bengals only put up 15 against the Broncos. I wouldn't touch the over/under this week, honestly.
But it says 2.5.
Who's the favorite?
Bengals.
Go ahead, guys. I went first on the last two.
I would pick the Ravens to cover this. I don't think. I think. Listen, this is. I'm gonna say if Lamar is not playing, it's gonna be the Bengals. Because they did embarrass him last time. So I don't know, man.
Wait, what was the last game?
I don't know.
What was the first game?
It was in Baltimore. They're in Cincinnati.
Yeah, Baltimore. They got blown up by like 40.
You know what? Either way, if Lamar's playing or not, I'm going to have to go with Baltimore because I do believe it's going to be one of those years where they split the series. I think since he dominated them the first time, so they actually got something on their back and they want to do whatever they can. They have good momentum building off of last week with Tyler Huntley, even though with the missed 2-point conversion, I think they build that momentum and get a W against Cincy.
I like it.
I think I got to go Baltimore only because I think that Cincy's at the point where, like, to me, they're like where I thought right where the Chargers were like a year ago, like where they were a young team, they were good, but they're just not there yet. And that's where I think Cincy is. I think if this game is next year, I think maybe Cincy gets it. But I think right now Baltimore has the experience in the locker room, the experience at head coach. I'm going to give it to them. I might be wrong. I think Lamar's probably going to come back too. That's going to make a big difference. I mean, Huntley played great, but if Lamar's there, even more.
Yeah, I think I would say if he doesn't play, I think the Bengals take it. If he does, Ravens will win this.
Yeah, Joe Mixon is hurt. Jamar Chase slowed down heavily. He stayed in that rookie wall, so perfect opportunity for Baltimore to scoop up a W.
You know what's nuts? He's slowed down. Like, you're not wrong, but he's still on pace to break the rookie receiving record.
That's right.
He had like 1.9 points last week. But now
he had one catch last week because I know because I started in one league. Still won, but
same here.
We'll do a fifth one just to do it because it's got good implications for one of our hosts here. Miami and New Orleans.
Yeah.
Because both these teams are in the same boat. Where it's are they going to make the playoffs? Are they not? Like whatever team loses this game can most likely pack it up and say it was a good run.
That's a fact. So I'm gonna go with the Saints. I'm going with the Saints, man.
And it's a Monday night game. It's gonna be
with a tie.
Yep, in New Orleans. Hopefully it's rocking in there.
Is that New Orleans?
Yep, at New Orleans.
I'm rolling with Miami. It's not even just the bias. The bias is heavily influenced me. But let me tell you, in my perfect world, the Saints went out and just need to win in Week 18, and the Falcons beat them and make them like not make the playoffs. So I really want them to win. But
so you got the opportunity to stop on us, but that's not gonna happen, bro. You already know that.
It's not gonna happen. You're gonna lose this week.
Wait, what was the score of the last Saints and Falcons game?
27-25 Atlanta.
I can never forget because if I bring up anything football in the chat, that's the first thing. He don't even send a reply. He don't even answer my question. He just send the screenshot.
I don't need to.
Man, fuck the Falcons, man.
I'm going Miami. They got about 5 running backs there now. Devontae Parker's healthy. Jalen Waddles might be coming off the COVID list.
And then what was the running back this past weekend?
Duke Johnson.
Duke Johnson, bro.
The highest running back in fantasy.
Oh my god, bro. He was a vulture to Gaskin.
Savin Ahmed is coming back. Malcolm Brown's come back.
I'm not playing Gaskin in this shit for bias reasons. And he just sold for me in the playoffs.
No, right now, this week, if I'm a fantasy owner and I have Dolphins running back, I'm not playing them.
Yeah,
not happening.
Because first off, they got to go through the Saints front seven, and that's gonna be tough. That's a tough task.
You just don't know who's gonna get the ball either.
That's true.
If I knew that Johnson was gonna get 30 touches, I'd play him, but I don't know that.
Yeah. For me, I'm gonna go. Shit, it's a tough one. You know what? I'm going to go with Miami. I think they have the better overall team. I think they're on a very good win streak. They're catching fire at the right time. Jalen Waddle obviously was missed last week as the Dolphins' offense struggled a little bit, but I think with him right back, I think the offense runs a lot smoother this week.
Just before we end it, I have to point out I'd be remiss if I didn't rep for my boy Neil and the Los Angeles Rampions and the City of Champs. And the Rams and
Boston's
LA City, Chip
night.
City. Forget the great game. I just want to talk about the best receiver in the NFL for a minute. If you are not saying that Cooper Kupp is the best receiver in football, you must watch it film from 3 years ago or something, because Cooper Kupp is better than DeAndre Hopkins. He's better than Julio Jones. He's better than Devontae Adams. He's better than Justin Jefferson. He's better than Jamar Chase. He's better than anyone. You name him, he's better than them.
You know who not better than? Michael Thomas, because he ain't played this season.
Listen, he's better than Michael Thomas on his first hit.
I heard he runs slants better than him.
He runs everything. He's a phenomenal receiver, and it's time people really start to pay attention to it and give him his 100% due. Cooper Kupp is the best receiver in the league. It's not close. Stop lying to yourself. He did it with Jared Goff. He's going off with Matt Stafford. It's good to see.
Also, he's about 347 yards away from breaking Calvin Johnson's record. I believe that's the exact number.
2000.
And he's I think he did it in 17 games, but he's on record to break it either in these next two games. So he could beat it in game 17. So there won't be any asterisks next to his name with 18 weeks. So
hey, yo, you know who's gonna benefit from that? This guy. Go crazy, bro. Get that 2,000.
Get that record.
If he do that, that's 30 points each week. So
gotcha. So my last
get you 10, 15 catches.
My last word. Everyone enjoy the holidays. Spend time with your loved ones safely, of course. You know, it's better to give to receive than to receive. Everyone have that holiday spirit in you, and also, if you're not too busy on Christmas, make sure you check out the IBTE Sports Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're gonna have some content dropping on Christmas. Get to know us a little bit better. For example, we're having a little graphic that gets to know us during the Christmas time. Like, what's our favorite Christmas song, movie, sports moment, and also we did a fun little thing where I asked the guys, what would you gift the other co-hosts for Christmas? A lot of very interesting ansers. For example,
did they respond?
No, I think
I'll tell you right now what I would get you, Lawrence. A new favorite team.
For example, for me,
what I say for Kenny?
A copy of the DVD where the Falcons played the
DVD of Super Bowl 51.
Yeah. For me, just for an example, so you don't know what to expect from the graphic, I would gift Kenny a Michael Walker jersey and a Work Done jersey. So, if you can catch what I'm trying to get at, Kenny, to understand.
I won't have it.
I think Michael Walker's number 3.
I got it. I'm not going to acknowledge the nonsense, Phil.
Lawrence, you understand it?
He doesn't know their numbers probably, so he's not going to get it.
Oh, 28 and 3.
Yep.
I didn't understand that in the group. I saw work.
I had to do a lot of research for that joke.
Yeah, you're funny as hell.
Absolutely.
Last words for me is happy holidays to everybody. Make sure you're safe. Yeah, definitely be safe out there for sure. Be happy. Enjoy your family if you're around them. Call your grandmothers. Call your grandfathers. Your mother, father. If you're not with them, call them. Let them know that you love them. Happy holidays. All of that. And keep being productive, man. And I want to thank everybody that's been consistent with us. We had a lot of viewers in tonight. I hope that they liked, shared, comment this video, sub to the channel. IBTE Sports Podcast is up out of here.
No, we're not out of here. I didn't get my last words. I talked to Cooper.
I thought that was your last words.
Before I got my last words,
you gotta use the last.
Pause that outro.
You gotta You gotta use your last words wisely, bro.
They weren't my last words though. Because before you could ask us to use our last word, I said, wait.
Hey, listen.
Let me talk for Neil.
Hold on. Your boy had an opportunity. This is for exact reason. No, I told him to send the video.
But in the spirit of the holiday,
I forgot you were a Rams fan, so you had to do it for me. My fault.
In the spirit of the holiday, and being a Los Angeles Rampian for the forthcoming weeks.
Oh my goodness, bro.
No, but I just wanted to say, happy holidays, everyone. Everyone stay safe. Stay healthy. In the words of my favorite college basketball analyst, stay positive, test negative. It's a we're out here right now. Everyone, stay safe, stay healthy. Keep your loved ones close. Like Phil said, and Lauren said, you never know when it's going to be the last holiday you have with someone. So let's make sure we keep it. Enjoy these moments you have with everyone. And I just want to show how great of a friend I am, because it hurt me with all my soul to hit purchase when I had to buy this nonsense for my good friend Lawrence. But it burned me. I got a text saying did you make a purchase from this website? And I was like, yeah, that was me. It just didn't make sense.
So I'm guessing Neil got a Rams one?
Yes.
Hey, I love mine.
There we go.
Yeah,
this was hurt to buy as well.
And I made sure it was plastic so y'all can take care of them things in the events and metal detectors.
Oh my goodness. This guy.
Yep. Smart.
All right, man. We appreciate you. We up out of here.
Hit that outro.